I got some of the best graphic settings for Modern Warfare 2. I've compiled a lot of data from Twitter, Twitch, CDL pros, friends, etc., etc. It's been 24 hours since release, and I feel like I came up with a good compilation of settings to get you about 200 FPS, depending on your PC build. Depending on your PC build, um, and minimal crashes, because crashing has been a huge issue in Modern Warfare 2. And there is one tip for those, but I don't believe it really worked. But some people are saying it worked for them. I'll include it in the video. Let's get right into it. Thank you. All right, guys, let's get straight into it. First, I want to show you this tip, right? You can go over to the settings menu and you can actually go through the search bar and you can type any setting that you're looking for. Let's say you're trying to figure out how to change the resolution on your game. Oh, gotta spell it right. Boom. Display resolution. Click on it. It's going to take you into the menus and it's going to show you exactly right where it is. It's pretty cool, I think. Nice feature they added, especially since the UI is a little confusing. You're not the only one in the community who thinks that. The whole COD community thinks that the friends list and everything could be a little bit better, but we're here and I'm gonna get you the best settings. So we can go into graphics, display mode. This is a personal preference. I know it kills my FPS a little bit. Most people are gonna recommend using full screen exclusive, but I use full screen borderless. Okay. Display adapter, it's gonna default to your GPU hopefully, and if not, you're gonna need to change it to your GPU. Make sure you're on the right gaming monitor. Especially if you have 144 hertz or a 240 hertz monitor that are obviously expensive, you want to make sure you're on the right monitor. Dynamic resolution you're going to have as off. Aspect ratio you're going to have automatic. VSync gameplay off. VSync menus off. Custom frame rate limits. I have this on customs just so I can turn down my menu custom frame rate limit, right? You can adjust your game limit to 300 FPS or all the way down to 140. I mean, obviously, if you're running a 144 hertz monitor, you don't need to really have this higher than 145, 150. But it's all preference, right? I'm gonna keep it on 250 like I had it, and then I'm gonna do menu custom frame rate limit at 60. Okay, that's just my preference. Restart shaders optimization. This is just gonna restart your shaders. Shader optimization. These is just to give you a manual option to do it instead of when you load into the game. Display gamma 2.2 sRGB. Brightness. Just depends on how you want to play this game. If you're playing it like a movie and you want to have fun and you want to see don't want to see shadows and things of that nature, you're gonna want to turn this all the way down, like it says barely visible. But a lot of people run this at 55, especially in the community. Constrain mouse to game windows off. Focus mode off. Hot HDR automatic. We're gonna go over here to quality, right? We're gonna L1 R1 across. Quality presets custom. I run on 2560 1440 and it's 240 hertz monitor, but if you're running this on 1920 by 1080, you're gonna want to have this on 1920 by 1080. Upscaling, sharpening. You want to have this on fidelity CAS. Don't know why. I'm just using the best settings from optimizers that I've seen all over Twitter and the Twitch community and the streaming community. Okay. Anti-aliasing. You're gonna be SMA T2X. Anti-aliasing quality low. Video memory scale, I believe this defaults at 80 or 85. You want to turn this up to 90. Texture resolution low. I've seen different options of this being low or normal, but you definitely don't want it on high unless you want low FPS. We're gonna go low, 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 short, low, low, off, medium shader quality. So bullet impacts and sprays, I will talk about one thing. Apparently in Warzone 1, now that we're getting into Warzone 2, Warzone 1, that this actually increased your FPS. Don't know if that was a rumor, placebo, whatever it may be, but I have it off for this mode, Modern Warfare 2. Shader quality is medium, tessellation is near, minimum, off, streaming quality is normal, low, off, water caustics off. The water physics in this game are really awesome, but it also is going to eat your frames a little bit. Shadow map resolution is low, screen space shadows low, low, spot cache ultra, particle lighting low, ambient occlusion low, screen space reflections off, static reflection quality high, weather grid volumes ultra. This one I didn't really see any settings on, so I just have it on ultra. I mean, I do have a pretty beastie PC, but if you're having struggles, you could always turn that to low. NVIDIA reflex low latency on. I've seen people use on plus boost, but I haven't noticed a performance difference when I ran both. I ran on plus boost for about 4 hours and I turned on regular on. I saw a FPS increase, but no like performance decrease when I did that. So I left it on. Depth of field off, world motion blur off, off, right? And your field grain to 0. If you have motion blur on, the game looks really awesome, but it's not really if you want to be competitive, okay? We're going to go ahead and R1 over, and we're going to go to view. Your field of view. I am one of those placebo people who believes that aim assist as a controller player is at 115 is better and you get more aim assist than if you were at 120. You start losing aim assist. I'll report back to you guys. I'm going to turn it to 120. We'll see what happens. ADS field of view affected. Default. Third person 80. Vehicle field of view default. And then you want your camera movement at the least. This is talking about when you have a cluster strike on you. Or sorry, that's the old game, but cruise missiles or nades and your whole screen shaking, you want to have this at 50. It lets you focus in on the game, get you better aim. This is a cool feature that they added since the beta. They actually listened to the community, right? This is the helmet cam. If you guys saw any gameplay from the beta, you'll notice that like when someone was playing search and destroy and they're spectating their teammate, it was like on the helmet and it showed like the side of the gun. It didn't even show the crosshair. Well, now you can change that back to game perspective, which I think is personally really awesome. Okay. So let's go to audio settings real quick. People are running headphones and people are running home theater. I personally haven't noticed a huge difference. I've ran both. Just switched over to home theater recently. Master volume, I turned this down to 50. Music volume, I have a 0. I don't really enjoy the theatrics of the game. I'm just trying to play to win and play hard, right? Competitively. So dialogue volume, I have this down, but you could probably have this a little higher, 30. Effects volume, I have at 100. Hit marker volume, I've seen people turn this down as well. I personally like it. It doesn't really make a huge difference to the game. Speaker, you want to have this on default system, mono audio, right? You guys see subtitles, voice chat, etc., etc. I think voice chat has a weird bind for push to talk for PC players. Just so you guys are aware, normally I think it's V, but for some reason it automatically binds to Z. This is where you can change all your voice chat settings. I don't really do that because I use Discord. And then we can get into interface. Okay. Interface is big. Not really for these ones, but for color customization. Okay. This is pretty cool. You can change the color filter of the whole game and the world intensity. I keep it on default. However, they added this feature where you can actually change the color. I'm going to turn off my face cam just for a second for you guys. So right now I'm the purple icon, and I could change that to, let's say, yellow. Boom. You see that at the top right? Personally, I prefer purple. I mean, it's just the color of my brand, so I rock purple all the time. But you can actually change the colors of your team, your party, the enemy, everything. If you do custom color filters, you want to make sure interface color intensity is at 100. It's gonna make sure that everything is vibrant on your mini maps. And make sure that nothing is missed, okay? I think it's pretty cool. Subtitles aren't important. Vertical heads-up display HUD bounds. This is something you're going to want to change if you want to get a little bit better at the game. It doesn't make a huge difference, but it's going to bring the mini-map closer to the screen, right? So the mini-map's on the top left. It's going to bring it closer to your field of vision on your crosshair if you put it at 25. And then if you put horizontal at 0. I believe both of these default to 100. Minimap, you want to make sure this is square. It shows more of, you can see here on the 2 options, right? You get more information from the square than you do the circle. Minimap rotation on, crosshairs on, hit marker visuals on, player names, full names, telemetry. PC players, this one's for you. This is how you show your FPS, right? Toggle all these on. FPS counter on, server latency on, packet loss on, GPU temperature on. You can do the GPU time and clock, VRAM usage, processor time. This one's probably a good one to have on. I should probably turn that one back on. I had it on in Warzone. And this will allow you to see your FPS in game. As you can see on the top of my screen, which is actually pretty nice right here. Cool. This is what's going to change. Watch, I'll show you. Boom. Now we got FPS off. Now we got FPS on. You see that up there? W. Basically, that's your whole settings video. I will say one specific Modern Warfare 2 release weekend until they patch it. Some people are saying this is causing the crashes when you're with your party of friends. Parallax effects off. I mean, we were crashing like 3 times per lobby. I turned this off and I crashed like maybe once or twice after that. I think it's placebo because we stopped really playing with a big party. But you might want to try it. Give it a shot. Also, with the instability and the crashing of the parties, people recommended on Twitter and different device optimizers, whatnot, to not be on the newest NVIDIA drivers. I'm going to let you know that made no difference for me yesterday. Once I heard that, I uninstalled. I did the whole procedure of downloading 522.25, right? That's what they said they'll all go back to. But then I reinstalled 526.47, and there was literally no noticeable difference. It's all within the game, not within the drivers, okay? If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like below. And if you want any reminders, if anything changes throughout the next month or two, and you want a new update on these videos, just type reminders in the comments so I know that this video is actually useful to you and you're looking forward to another video or a short that adjusts these settings. But for now, I appreciate you guys watching. I hope you guys have a great day. Thank you very much.